So here we go. Here is my HPI Sprint 2 Flux that I converted into a drifter many years ago. Now you'll see I have some front end damage. That's when I was in a race and I actually broke my inside front hub carrier. But I'm going to replace that today, install a waterproof Savox servo that's pretty quick, as well as a new receiver. These are drift tires. A lot of folks don't know about drift vehicles. In fact, I've had a lot of comments on my drift videos over the years about why doesn't that car go any faster? And the reason is that these tires here, you can see I had some tape on them at one time. They're actually very, very smooth and they don't have a lot of traction. So the whole point of drifting is having that tire spinning at a fast rotation with as limited traction as possible to get that car to go into a slide. I'm going to use a small flathead screwdriver to try to get in behind this hex adapter. There we go. Pin, this is the drive pin that just came out right here, and the hex adapter for the tire rim itself. A lot of folks always see this. The viewers of the show know I call this a cross wrench, but if you see inside the cross wrench, it's actually quite a deep socket. So for ball ends like this one here, you can go ahead, sink it on, and use this to remove it. Super, super simple. For the new folks that are watching, I'd say line up your pieces, make sure the hardware that you remove goes into the new one exact. Something else I want to mention. A lot of people look at these pieces and they don't realize that they've lost these little screw collars. These collars are very, very important. When you go to, reassemble it and you don't have the proper screw spacer in place, what happens is premature wear and binding, right? If you don't want binding in your steering or any kind of suspension, if it's not even your steering, you want to make sure that you have this screw collar in place, because not only are you protecting your RC, but you're protecting your efforts that you did to install all this stuff to begin with. Okay, part 86002, the drive shaft I lost. Install that before I do the final assembly here. Making sure it all lines up. And we'll get this one back into place. Man, if you guys want to check out some awesome builds, check out Olive RC. He does amazing creative fabrication. It is just absolutely stunning how many fantastic and creative builds I've seen over the last 8-9 years on YouTube now. People have just come out of the woodwork doing the most amazing things. It's not about the RC you have, it's not about the brand you have, it's about your creative imagination and ability just to go out and have fun with any RC. It doesn't matter what budget you have. If that RC makes you smile that day, who cares what anybody else says? That's what the hobby is all about. Enjoy it the way you think you should have fun. That's the best words of wisdom I can give in 2017, is it's not about the product, it's not about the brand, it's about what you can do with what you have to go out and have some fun. Okay, steering servo time. Hopefully this will actually fit. Here is the waterproof servo I'm going with today. Looks like I'm going to have enough clearance for sure. So remove this servo mount just by doing a screw underneath. I am going with an aluminum steering horn on here. This is so the splines on the back don't get stripped out if I do hit a corner. It should be nice and strong. Here is the new receiver I'm going to use. It's a Spectrum and it's got AVC, which is automatic vehicle control, which really is supposed to assist you in keeping your vehicle straight. So I'm interested to see. You can disable it, as you can see there. I'm interested to see if this actually helps me drift or it actually helps straighten me out. It might be a hindrance, so I'll let you know. All right, with everything working and installed, I can go ahead and This is my GTR body that I've had for years on the show. I just haven't used it very much. I've kept it in really great shape. Kind of looks like Roman Atwoods GTR, just a little bit more old school. But today, I would like to try to do a mod on a hard body Harley Davidson Ford truck that I have. But as you can see, apart from the front bumper coming out quite a bit, that I have overlap both here and here. There's not enough space, and this is right about where it's going to line up. Now, I can't really adjust the wheelbase on this chassis unless I just redesign the whole car. So in fact, what I have to do is do a bit of body work. Now, will it look perfect? I already know it won't, but on the other hand, I don't mind just kind of widening the wheel well down here, as well as bringing this back angle off, you know, just kind of working it in there before the door hinges would be there. Just going to use some painter's tape so I can actually mark right on the truck where I want it to be cut. There we go, that's about right. Also here, I'll probably just take the flare off. Now, I could move this whole wheel well, bring it in, or I could just take the bottom piece off where I think it's gonna rub. But I think the best thing for me to do would be to go right in about here. Fortunately for me, it's actually black plastic on the inside, so I'm not gonna have to use a marker. It worked out quite well. Just using some 100 grit sandpaper here to get that inside line nice. Just do a dry fit and see how that turned out. Right about there, not too bad. Drop that body down. I'm gonna have to cut the bumper, but first I have to do the other side. Okay, so my next challenge is this front bumper. You can see that it sticks out quite a bit. I'm using pen so I don't get felt marker on the actual body itself. Since I'm going to be using a 3-cell LiPo, which is about 2,800 milliamp hours, I'm just moving the battery holder into its tightest point. Let's see how this goes. Lowrider F350 Super Duty. Got lots of clearance. Now I just have to move the body posts and drill some holes. Okay, I have a piece of shelf bracketing here, which is made of metal. I need a body post extender to come off of the body that I'm installing, but I wanted it lightweight, so I'm making it from aluminum. Okay, these original mounting posts, one here and one here for the screws. That's what I'm going to be using for this bracket. I did drill 2 sets of holes, one where I can access the inner small with the screwdriver, and then one for the body mount posts themselves. All right, so I already added the outer tubes of the body posts, and I already clipped it to the inside of this brace. So I can simply slide it over the front posts and put my pins in that way. There is no holes on the top of the hood. There you go. That's how I bypass the body posts, coming through the hood at least. So on the brace, I actually put the body posts in there and I already pinned them. Those are tubes, they're the outer part of the body post mount. So what I'm going to do is be able to slide those posts over now. And as you can see, there are no holes in the hood for the body posts. I can easily get in there and pull pins to release the body from the front now. There we are. my Drift F350 Super Duty. Definitely want to get in here and round it out a little bit more so I can see more of a curve instead of an oval, but style line, that doesn't bother me at all. The body's down nice and tight to the ground, and we'll turn it around. You'll see the wheels are actually much wider than they would be in the GTR. This back end is actually quite clipped, but I think for a drift vehicle it looks fantastic. Maybe I'll color this servo or get a black servo in there, but it kind of looks like an aftermarket upgrade anyway. So I'm pretty happy. I've got quite a bit of clearance for the tires to turn, no rubbing issues that I can see. Everything looks good, even right there. No rubbing issue. So I'm going to give this a rip and see how it does. Nice. Sounds like I got a bit of body rub. I'll have to find out where it's at though. Whoa, spin out. A little wide on the drift. First time I've seen a drifting Harley F350, man. So there we go, my friends. You can see how dusty my floor really is. Not a lot of traction on there, which is what I would like. I don't mind the dust being there for doing a drift type of video. There you go, a Ford F350 Super Duty drift truck. I actually think it turned out really well. I did not have my AVC from Spectrum, which is the gyro system, activated for this little drifting session. I will be doing more videos about that in the future to see if it helps, to see if it's a hindrance, but overall I'm happy with the way this truck turned out. It really did have a lot of get up and go and plenty of stylish looks, eh? Man, what a cool truck. Okay guys, well until next time, thanks a lot for tuning in. Become part of the notification squad. Find out when we have new videos released by hitting that bell beside the subscriber button. And until next time, my friends, get outside, have some fun with RC, or heck, if it's cold, stay inside and have fun with RC. Bye for now.